It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
It's the Cowboys and the Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Burrow to throw right away. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First down, Bengals.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Well, the Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And Zeke will have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Cowboys hit 9-3 here on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Daxton Hill was right there to break up that play. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there. And a 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Now Burrow. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll go again here with Moss. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. 3rd and goal. Burrow. And the pressure gets to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This one from 35 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Prescott to throw it. His throw incomplete. Daxton Hill was right there to break up that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. On first down, they'll start out with Moss.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll toss this right side to Moss.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, an 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's Prescott. To the sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott, and he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7.
To throw is Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Give him 18 on the play.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Now it's Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
First down, Cincinnati.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! Trenton Irwin from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets it up past the 35.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now it's Burrow. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Looking middle, and that's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Moss.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And Burrow going to throw again. That is caught past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Trenton Irwin with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Shedding the tackle. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
He's got Burton here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
To the air again, Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. John Wolford, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Kyler Murray, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City, see what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jared Goff, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Our visitors jumped out to this halftime lead thanks to the play of their quarterback. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
2nd and 6.
Prescott now.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches, I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 27. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
1st down, Bengals.
Back to throw. Able to get away. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7.
At the 50-yard line.
Moss on the give up the middle.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And that is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 23-yard line.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Mike Hilton, the man to break up the throw.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Now a short one to Gesicki. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Burrow looking to pass.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's going to have the first down and then some. There he goes again.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Trenton Irwin.
51 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. a clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Dallas offense set for this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 47.
To throw is Prescott.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2nd down and 8.
At the Bengals 34-yard line.
Up the middle. Here's Elliott.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And Zeke will have a Cowboys first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now it's Burrow. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Burrow. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Fighting to stay, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Moss is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A fourth touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
2nd and 10. Right back to Moss.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
McPherson on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Prescott now from the 50. It's caught left side by Cooks. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
On gain of 6. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the
Now Prescott. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Left side to Lamb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 34. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Takes it to about the 37. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Now Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing. Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Going right back to Ferguson.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Brings up second and 8 at the Bengals 49-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bengals, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.